episode of Talk with the Twinsies. I am Brandon.
I'm Brandi.
Today we are going all the way back to our school days.
Woo!
All right, school days. All right, where we come from, our mascot was the Go Devils.
Go Devils,
Go Devils, go. All right. Now, let's talk about the very first day of school. Everyone runs around, before the first day of school, everyone's going shopping. They're getting their shoes, their new clothes, their new watches, Rolexes and stuff, their snapbacks, all their new gear for the upcoming school year. Now, some kids aren't able to get brand new clothes or brand new shoes for the first day of school. And if you do end up wearing something old to school, what's the first thing they're going to do?
Laugh at you.
They're going to laugh at you and talk about you. If you are one of those who have experienced going to school in something old and not new and being talked about or demeaned or degraded because of what you're wearing, you need to come and talk with the Twinsies. All right, that's it. School days. Now, here we are at the beginning of the school year, and there are several students. Now, listen, a lot of them are wearing brand new stuff. I had a lot of them come up in my classroom, all decked out in their new shoes. Getting up just so they can go to the pencil sharpener so you can see their outfit that they mama them bought. Or got to go to the bathroom so you can see their shoes. You know, got to walk across the whole classroom. Especially if you sit in the back, you got to walk up to the front and then across.
Teachers put the pencil sharpener right over there just so you can walk by there and show off your outfit.
That's how it is. That's how they used to be now. Now listen now that's cute. That's all fun and dandy for everybody who got their brand new clothes and shoes. Of course you want somebody to see it. But what about us who don't have all of that? What about us who, had holes in our shirts or in our shoes or clothes on the first day of school? We didn't have anything new. Why were we laughed at and talked about for being less fortunate?
Right.
You would be surprised how many kids today.
And it's crazy because it wasn't only the children in school, it was family.
Ooh.
That would make fun of you because their moms bought them all the latest fashions and shit like that.
And in our family, I'm telling you, we had some folks who, of course, they went and got decked out.
Yeah,
they did.
Decked out.
But even some of our folks who, had a little money, went in, bought their kids new clothes, new shoes and stuff, which is fine and great. That's amazing. But you see us right across the street from you, knowing we don't got anything new. Why would you sit there and laugh at us and talk about us and say, that's why you ain't got no new shoes? Or if we did have some shoes, they didn't cost over $10.
So didn't.
I'm telling you now.
They had was a store called Fred's.
They had
we went to the
Fred's
Walmart
back in the day.
dollar store.
Yes, I don't know if anybody remember. But in Gurdon, they had this store called Bill's Dollar Store.
Yeah.
You remember Bill's Dollar Store?
Yeah.
Go in there and get all kind of shoes and clothes for cheap, of course. Yeah, it wasn't name brand, but it was nice.
Right.
All right. And then we had Fred's, then had Walmart. Dollar General even had some shoes. I remember getting some white shoes, some little white shoes they were called Franklin's. Ooh. And I had some classmates who laughed at me. So the teacher got up in there, got up in the front of the class saying, all right, it's the first day of school. Everybody's getting, your new clothes. And then somebody yelled out, new shoes, and then pointed at me, and pointed at my shoes because they were Franklin's and they were Dollar General. They were just $10. And but I wore them. They were new to me. They were big and bulky too. When you look back at them, they were big and bulky. They were some perfect kickball shoes.
Me and my sisters used to get hand-me-downs from my cousins.
And we
used to wear to school
did.
to somebody with y'all. That's why y'all got y'all cousin clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Just ignorant men. Like,
sure did.
Who raised y'all?
Sure did. And it's so sad because they were white till we get to school.
But don't get it twisted now because when we went to school, we wasn't dirty. Even though our clothes wasn't new, mama made sure them hoes was washed. They was creased up, and we had on some clean drawers. They wasn't gummy. Clean socks.
Right.
Everything was ironed from the teeth, from the panties to the socks.
Sure did, because Bobby she ironed them drawers,
and
baby, and socks too.
So pretty.
Combed and pressed, and I remember y'all sitting up in that chair.
At that point, from here, it didn't even matter what you had on down here because mama had us so pretty up here.
And that was a problem too with some of our folks. When y'all would come to school with y'all hair laid, baby, and of course, ooh, baby.
We had some long, pretty hair.
Didn't y'all? It was so beautiful. Even I ain't had no long hair, but I had some nice waves though. I sure did. But yes, but that's exactly why we're here and we're talking about this, is simply because there are a lot of students and a lot of kids who don't get these brand new clothes when you go to school. They don't get these brand new shoes. But because we aren't teaching our children to be sympathetic to the simple fact that, yes, this person sitting next to me is less than, that doesn't give you the right to, it doesn't give you the right to say anything about them or talk about them. And it sure enough don't put you as being superior. Right. Just because you got the latest clothes and shoes above somebody else who does not,
back then, baby,
don't mean you are higher than them.
Clothes like they used to, but that shit was falling apart.
Get your
After a couple of days or a week, hell, you wear it 2 or 3 times, you got a hole in your shirt.
Sure right,
these clothes nowadays, they selling this lasting. I don't know, but they lasting.
They lasting. And they're working. Yeah. They're working. But anyways, yeah, that's exactly what we're dealing with. And it's so sad today that it's still going on. People are taking a different form these days. So we have social media now. So what our folks are doing now is they know that you don't got the latest clothes or shoes. So they, of course, will post their child and their kids in the latest Nikes and Jordans and all kind of jumpsuits with all the trimmings and stuff. And, say, of course, yeah, I got you, or daddy got you, mama got you.
3 or 4 times.
Some stuff they're going to wear 3 or 4 times. But then your child, go to school talking about some kids who ain't got none. And I'm going to tell you, I done broke up more fights in the first week of school when I was, at an elementary school, because of kids not having the coolest shoes. Wow. And it's so bad. Now, listen,
nowadays, if you ain't got the finest shoes on, you consider this poor.
You consider that's poor. But then again, as a child, though, when you're kids, you battle each other because of the kind of shoes you got. Yes, your mama and daddy done sent you to school in the latest Jordans and the latest Converses or whatever, but why is your child who got on these Jordans and these Nikes and nice Converses and stuff fighting and picking with this child or mad at him because this one got on some Spider-Man shoes?
Thank you.
Or got on Batman shoes. So he mad at him because he got on Batman shoes.
I heard not too long ago, this boy, is one of our family members, went to school and this other little boy had on some shoes that lit up. Now this little boy got on some Jordans, right? So the little boy with the Jordans on got mad at the little boy with the light up shoes on because he wants some light up shoes. So why you buy your son these Jordans and he go to school mad at the boy with the light up shoes? So you just wasted almost $80, $90 some damn dollars. You could have went to the damn store and got your son a pair of Spider-Man shoes that light up and he would have fitted in.
And he would have fitted right in.
Yeah, they feel like these kids fit in because they need expensive stuff, but they don't. These kids fit in where they fit in.
They fit in where they fit in, and you don't need all of that. Whatever happened to just the easy days where everybody's just excited to be at school? It don't matter what you're wearing. It don't matter what you got on. They're just glad to see you because they ain't saw you all summer. Hey, come here and sit by me. We can be lab partners or we can work on our homework together. Whatever happened to that? It's always about who has the most expensive shoes on or who's wearing the most expensive clothes on.
Yeah, it's a lot of competitive parents too. It's a lot of competitive social media parents.
These parents too.
They really competitive. Like, people don't see that, but they're competitive on social media. Like, you post your kid this day, you post your kid the next day, and it's always gonna be some type of smart ass, sleek ass subliminal. Like, I work hard for my baby, this and that. Girl, sit the hell up.
Sure, right. Sit down somewhere.
See your baby.
Okay, and your child ain't gonna even look back at that.
And your baby daddy just had to give you a couple of hundreds on that. Don't do that.
I know that's right, too. I know that's right. But anyways, coming right back after this. Welcome back to Talk with the Twinsies. I am Brandon.
I'm Brandi.
All right, before the break, we got into it and we were talking about going back to school and, competing with your fellow classmates, having on the latest, most expensive shoes, the latest, most expensive merch or gear, whatever you call it. It's not about that. No. Everybody in that institution, you are there to get an education.
And half the kids that's wearing the expensive shoes and clothes can't even read.
Girl, you hit it on the head there. Can't even spell their damn name.
Spell Jordan. Spell Polo.
You talking now. You talking now. Now that right there.
That some of these kids can pronounce like Spider-Man or Barbie or some shit.
Something like that. Ooh, you hit it then, sis. I'm telling you, you getting your kids all this stuff that they can't even spell. They halfway. I ain't trying to talk about nobody. We ain't talking about nobody like that. We ain't being petty. But half of your kids kind of mad because they didn't get to show off their shoes and stuff to the other classmates because they was in some other classroom with all the other kids at because they weren't at a high performing level. They weren't in a performing at a higher level.
Ghetto special education class.
That's all we did. They're up in there. So you didn't even get your stuff shown other than when you went to lunch or something.
You was just and you couldn't even get off the right foot. Got off the short. Not so long.
Okay.
Alright, and then you would come to school with a damn, what you call them things on your head, snapback on your head. You had to wear a helmet on your head. It gets real.
It gets real. Yeah. And I'm saying, it's not even about all this new stuff and trying to get up in there. How about you reward your child for making all A's? Reward your child for being the top of their class. All right, that's when you go buy them some shoes, not just some that's gonna last them the first couple of weeks of school, and then they back to wearing their old stuff. Cause you ain't got nothing new to wear every single day now. No. And if you did, I didn't know anybody that rich and dirty.
Look, my kids had a different outfit for every day. You wanna know why? Cause that $100 y'all took to go buy that piece of shit, I went to Walmart and bought my girls 5-6 outfits a piece.
I know that's right.
And they had an outfit for every different day of the week and a hair bow and some flip flops.
I know that's right.
They were mad at my children, honey. You can ask anybody, baby. Did nobody child come to school with a different outfit on, different hairstyles like my children? Okay. Get on my level, ho.
I know that's right. Shoot, I heard that, sister. But I know, see, most schools, all across the country, most schools don't even have you wear regular clothes and shoes now. They have you in uniforms now because they put everyone on a level playing field and make sure that everyone is treated equally.
And I think that's good because everybody looks the same. Yeah. The only thing that's different is shoes.
Only thing different is shoes, and I think even that is not really a big issue at that point. Whenever everybody's in the same uniform, and then you wearing your shoes or clothes or whatever. But back to those kids like us. Who didn't have much, kids like us who had to shop at Dollar General, who had to shop at Walmart or Fred's or back in the day, Bill's Dollar Store. That's where we had to shop. And although it wasn't name brand clothes, it was still new to us, all right? And yeah, we got talked about because she made it look new. She really did. She ironed it and cleaned it and pressed it, and it looked really, really nice. Now, it didn't say Jordan or Nike or, Reebok or whatever new shoes they're wearing now. It didn't say anything like that. It was just plain, the store brand, which...
And that taught me a good lesson in life too, because now I can just throw on something plain and be the baddest one in the room.
I know that's right, and it don't take all that. You don't have to, I know some guys right now, and sometimes I hate calling them my friends, but you have friends from all over, and some of them I have, they don't step out of their house unless they got $3,000 on their body. They ain't stepping out of their house unless they covered in $5,000. I don't get it. I don't understand.
I don't get it either. Like, what is it? Then y'all buying Jordans, but y'all don't know the meaning behind these Jordans. How y'all gonna buy something from a black man that's putting money in the penitentiaries to lock y'all black men up?
We can get into that. That's what they say now. But overall, it don't take all of this fancy schmancy buying to make your kids. Now, if I wanted to, if we wanted to, we can most definitely go to the mall or to a designer store and buy our kids whatever they want. But our kids have to have dignity, and they have to be sympathetic to the fact that not everybody is, as fortunate as they are. Right. So yes, they go to school and they wear a uniform just like all the other scholars. We change up their shoes every now and then, which is perfectly fine, but it doesn't take away from their learning. They're not putting this stuff on to compete with the other kids like some of
And parents, it doesn't make you a bad mom or a bad dad because your child doesn't have on the latest fashion. Yeah. It doesn't make you a bad parent.
Yeah, and let's get into that too. Let's get into that.
And they feel some type of way. Like if their kid is not looking a certain way, I'm a bad parent. Oh, my baby wear these dirty shoes to school. I feel like a bad parent. No, your child wore what was comfortable to him. Yes. Now you got a child that just threw on anything here on a roll student. You got to start thinking like that. You got this kid over with the expensive shit that ain't even got an A to his damn name. saying.
Yep.
You know, like
It
you gotta
makes
start
sense.
looking at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
Like, what your clothes don't define you.
It does not. And to add to that, it does not make you, I'm gonna reiterate what Brandi just said. It does not make you a bad parent for the fact that you're not putting your child in the latest Jordans or the latest Nikes or the latest, highest fashion of anything. It does not do that. What I would like for y'all to understand is that, what really gets under my damn skin sometimes when I hear people say, I don't want to raise my kids the way I was raised, or I want my child to have things that I didn't have. Of course your child is going to have things you didn't have, because in 1995, they had different things when we were growing up. So it's 2023 now. Of course your child is going to have different things, all right, because the world has evolved. When we were 8 or 9 years old, 10 years old, we didn't have a Apple iPhone or phone to our name. We didn't have, bank accounts set up so that we can have access to any type of money or any amount of money that we wanted to. It wasn't that important back then. We were fine and appreciative of the life's most simplest things. Just life, just, friendships, all right, just things like that. That's what we were satisfied with as kids. We didn't need all of this stuff. And although our parents didn't buy us these things, it would have been nice, to have stuff like that. But I think we would be total different people that we wouldn't appreciate, or we wouldn't work hard for what we want. Had our mom and dad just gave us whatever we desired, bought us everything we desired.
That's gonna be a big problem in this generation too. I'm just saying. Y'all giving these kids all this and all that, and then when you can't give it to them, guess what they gonna turn to? They're
gonna act a fool on you.
Escort.
And we can't have them doing
somebody's pimp. Man, y'all gotta start looking at it from their perspective too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
kids cannot sustain a lifestyle that you prepare for them.
Thank you.
Some of them kids won't be able to do that, because now some of them may. I'm not saying none of them will, but some just may be able to keep up with the lifestyle that you have put them in, that you've prepared for them or wanted them to walk in. But and I see families do this all the time, to where they already, kids 10, 11-year-old, they already got a trust fund set up. They already got a college fund set up. They already got their favorite car picked out on the lot. They already got a house waiting, to be put in their names. Not all children are privileged to do that. What we learned, and what a lot of people need to learn, is that you have to work hard for what you want. And, I'm going to go there too. Being black, all right, and growing up in poverty, our folks always told us that you black, you're not as smart as the white folk, that you got to work extra hard and you got to do things double. No, you don't. No, you don't, because if you possess the talent and skills to be successful, then damn well you're gonna be successful. All right, you don't have to put all this stuff out there and say that you just paving the way for your child. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of y'all parents out here, stop trying to make plans for your own kids. Stop making plans for them, because when they get older to make their own decisions, they're gonna do whatever the hell they want.
I want my son to go to the NFL. What if that's not what your son wants?
If that's not what they want to do, then you support what they want to do. That's a big mistake. I see this every day. Every single day. To where parents did this and that, and they done put this up for their child, and they want to do this, and then the child grow up and not even want to do anything. Most families got big, huge Fortune 500 businesses now. And they say, oh, my child or my son or my daughter is going to be the heir to this business or whatever. And the child don't even want to do anything pertaining to what it is. And then that's what getting a whole uproar and all that. Just do what your children want to do. Yeah. Support them. Yeah. All right. If your child say, Mom, I don't want no Nikes or Jordans or Converse or Reeboks or Ralph Lauren, whatever. I don't want that for school. I want me some Crocs. I want some Crocs. Support your child. Do what makes them happy, because it's not going to reflect on you poor as a family or as a mom or a dad if you don't have your child in these high expensive shoes. That doesn't determine your ability as a parent. Please don't think that. All right. So we're going to move right along. So see, we got about 2 questions coming up. We'll be right back with our Q&A. Give us about a few seconds, and we'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back to Talk with the Twinsies. I am Brandon.
I'm Brandi.
All righty, we are back. This is our Q&A section here. We have 2 questions that we're going to answer on today. Again, our subscribers and viewers wanted their names to be kept confidential, and we just may do that. Just let them submit their questions, and we'll just answer them in the order that they come in. All right, we have a lot of questions, but we're going to take these 2 that came in the order that they came in. All right, so question number 1 says, in a previous episode, the 2 of you talked about toxic family problems. Is it toxic that I know my man is cheating, but every time he comes back to me, I take him back in? This happens at least 1 to 2 times a month.
Baby, you got some serious issues.
You got some
he
problems,
must got the golden stick or something. I don't understand.
Okay.
But it could be me.
No, baby.
I mean,
I'm gonna just tell you like it is, okay?
Like it is.
If you are continuing to allow this man to cheat on you, and you know that he's doing this, and you say every time that he comes back to you, you take him in. Baby, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but that's really stupid. You have some stupid. This is a stupid way to. You said it happens at least 1 to 2 times a month. So you pretty much just.
You just let him go, do whatever he want to do a month, and then come back to you when he want.
Okay, no, sweetie. I'm gonna tell you this, all right? And listen to Big Bro, all right? Listen to Big Bro. You have to value yourself. You have to know your worth, okay? You don't want to be the woman that this man has the mentality to think that I can go out and do whatever the hell I want to do. When I come back to her, she gonna take me back anyway. All right, you have to set standards. I think that's what the problem is. You haven't set any standards.
Even if they got kids together, I don't even think that's safe.
Yeah, and even if
you want your children to see this man keep running in and out.
I don't think so.
Especially if it's the father of your children. Like, you don't want to keep letting your child see this man's back every time he walk out the door, and then he comes back in and it's cool. Nah, we can't do that. That's not cool.
I would say, to whomever you wrote this question, I would say set yourself some standards. All right, walk in the highest expectations of yourself. Walk in your morals. Walk in your values. All right, okay, yeah. You need to let this man know that you are worth more than just a somebody to just follow. Whatever it is, or however he comes back, you have to know that you're worth more than that. And the moment that he sees your worth, if he's smart, probably not, but he would understand and say, man, I'm not enough for this girl. This woman is way out of my league. If I want to get with her, I'm going to have to get my shit together. That's the one. And then again, I don't know what y'all's relationship is or whatever it is that y'all are, this, thing y'all have going on, but if you continue to take him back every time, that's exactly what he's going to expect you to do. You have to change that up, set your standards, walk in your morals and values, and let him know that you are worth more than just a fallback. All right, we'll move on to the next question. I don't want to just get into that because I can talk all day about that. All right, so looks like we got a question here for you, Miss Sis. It says for you.
Come for me.
Yes, it did. All right, so it says, Brandi, do you and your kid's dad have a good relationship? If so, how do you keep y'all's relationship intact? If y'all don't, how do you handle that? This is really good. This is a really good one.
Really good.
All
well,
right.
at the time, we weren't. It was because our kids were still young and we were still trying to do our own thing in life. So I had to be a single mom, raise the kids by myself. But see, I was the type of mom that let him go live his life, let them go live their life, or whatever the case may have been. Basically, we just keep it about the kids. It doesn't go anywhere personal, like sexual wise or nothing like that. It's all about the girls, what they need. Let's do something for their birthday or whatever the case may be. We can keep intact, like I said, it's for the kids. It's nothing personal besides them. If it's not about them, we have nothing to talk about.
I think that sums it up very well. And that's exactly the type of relationship that I have with my children's mother. We don't know, we're not married anymore. We're not friends. We have a co-parenting relationship, and the only conversation that we have with each other is if it's about the kids and what they're doing at school or birthday. No, it doesn't get any more personal. No, I don't ask about her personal life, or she doesn't ask about my personal life. We do, ensure that it's, within the safety and well-being of our children. That's something that we can agree on. But that's really good. And how to keep it intact, just keep everything about the kids.
And if you don't, how do you handle that? We just don't talk. I mean, I call your kids' phone. Kids got cell phones. Yeah. You put minutes on it every month with the child support you pay, call their phone.
There you
go.
That's
just how I see it.
And for my brothers out there that's dealing with, the court system or whatever, just stick to those court orders, my man. Stick to those court orders. Pick that child up the day and time that you're supposed to pick them up. Keep them, nurture them, train them, love them, raise them with the time that you are given. We already know that in this country, us brothers, we are given the short end of the stick when it comes to custody. Trust me, I've been there. I know exactly how it goes. But I'm just saying, stick to those orders. If you stick to those court orders, nothing can go wrong. So keep it about the kids.
Out with their damn daddy, come get them.
That's what you tell them.
Pull up in that hoopty and come get your shit.
Come get them, sis.
In that hoopty.
I know that's right. Oh man, well I certainly hope that we have answered all of your questions on today. We certainly thank you up to our subscribers and our viewers. Please go to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/@TalkToTwinsies and join us every Wednesday with our show. And if you need to talk to us or get in contact with us, you can send us an email. What they need to send it to, sis? TalkToTwinsies@gmail.com. Simple as that. So we're going to put this all on the bottom of the screen there. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode of Talk with the Twinsies. We look forward to seeing you guys all on next week. All right? Any other questions? Are we good? I think we can drink to that. This has been a great episode. Thank y'all for watching so much. All right.